So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Yo, 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Go. Go.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Here we go. Here we go.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 56. Mike 56. Mike 56.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Go. 56. Mike 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
Right here. Right here.
56 is Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Check. Switch up. Switch up. Mike 50.
He'll drop to throw.
I'm going back to you.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Smooth.
Great. Check. Alert.
Bunch.
Check the call.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick 1st down as well. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Brought down by Nate Gary.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch that creep. Watch that creep.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And it's caught by Parker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Set. 10 Lobo. I got 15. Bring it. Bring it.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
56, right there, 56. 56.
Here's Wentz to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Got him in open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap and they exploited it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. These two teams all tied after one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
What can we do? Check out 61. Match up defense.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now wins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, Charlie. I'm trying to collect.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Check back 21. Go on. Go on, D.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Eckler. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They got to get to the 23 here on third. A give, Eckler running to the right. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Get in the weight room. Now.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Hines. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Hines. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Protein spill. Hey, exit. 15's the mic. Ready?
They're going to try and throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A reminder coming up at halftime. It's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Now this throw caught left side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
X3, 218, chop.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, never takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Screw draw, perfect.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's Eckler again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
64, weak. No. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Check 13. Run flag. Hey, alert 3.
Now a give, right side. Hubbard. And he's got room. 38 yards on the scamper there.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 43. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch. Hey, switch gears. Check 52. Sunday. Hey, Foxtrot.
Wentz now to throw. Open man here is Scott, complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Check 24. Topper. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Man 5-7. Hey, Zoo. Let's make these babies.
Into the red zone. Wentz. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Watch the eyes. Lefty, lefty. Bang, bang, bang. Slam, slam. 6-6. Pull it high. Patch it.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for two, but weren't really sure they should go for two. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here.
Grade 15, grade 15. Hey, high 7. Jim, 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 Jim.
Conversion.
They're going to try and run here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. I got 15. Let's get the ball. Kill, kill. General West. We're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15. Ready, ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Bravo.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You can't stop me.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, Alpha.
50 seconds to my...
Throwing now is Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Elliott now to add the extra point.
It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
Makes the score Eagles 35, Cowboys 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, check 24.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, You've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 60 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. It got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-5. Mike
5.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Right.
Wentz to throw again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Two jet.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Haywood.
The Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Man, I got you. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Here we go.
Hey, 74.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to look deep down the field, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
He's dribbling.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Once more, here's Eckler. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Shift. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Go.
53's the Mike. 53.
Ready.
On 4th down, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. 20, 10, 5. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
No, okay.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run with Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, tight. Let go.
Back to throw. Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
180. In your face. Black. 5'9". Hey, Charlie. Check right. Watch 55. He can't afford Tokyo. He's not going to get me.
Mike 55. Mike 5'5".
All right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check 3. 81. Hey, exit.
Wentz to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2.
Kill.
They're going to try and run. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for